I'm on YouTube, Buster here, Buster guitar, bass guitars. I did a video probably about 2-3 weeks ago about a 5-string bass that I got. Today's about 2 5-string basses. So the first one I'm going to show you is I think it might be a Tanglewood 5K or a Westfield 5-string. I've got a video on that I did before. It was stripped totally, all the finish had been taken off it, and it's made up of plywood. So I'll show you this one first. So I've painted it white. There's a few wee marks and stuff on it, with the body, the finish. The paint hadn't taken to the finish, but it has actually covered it quite well. It's a kind of matte white finish. I work in refrigeration, and it just so happened that I had a tin of fridge white in my van. This is what this is painted with. This is my only white guitar that I own. Most of my guitars are either black, red or silver. I don't own any white guitars, so this is my only white guitar. It actually looks pretty smart. I've got the gold knobs on it because it's got a brass nut just to match that in. I could go a wee bit metal with this and change the bridge to gold and machine heads, but to be fair, I'll probably never sell this guitar. It's not worth a lot of money. I don't think, not with being stripped. If it was a Tanglewood 5K, it's probably worth about 150-200 quid. Westfield 5-string, about 800 quid. So it's no worse, and that's without it being stripped. So this is being stripped. So I'll probably never sell this. It's just handy to have a 5-string kicking about. I'm normally a 4-string player, but a 5-string's handy just to mess about with and do some different stuff. So in saying that, first 5-string I had, as I've did a video before, was the Jim Reed 5-string. It's quite early in the morning, so I'm still kind of waking up. You get my coffee and stuff. So the first 5-string I had was the Jim Reed. It just so happened to get that, I basically just traded it for a kit Telecaster. This next 5-string I actually got kinda free. I don't know how. I had 2 bass guitars that I didn't really use, that I never used at all. They're not my style. They're not. One was a fretless, the other one was a really cheap 80s bass. Not cheap, but it needed a bit of work, didn't it? So I always wanted a Minion, so I got the Jackson Minion, and when I went over to collect this, the guy says, well, why don't you just take this 5-string? So this is the 5-string that he gave me. So this is a Wesley acrylic 5-string. They're not very, I'm going to say they're very, but it's, so I brought a torch with me so you can see that it's just a big lump of purple acrylic. I mean, it'd be cool with lights and stuff in it. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Basically, they got the idea for Ampeg brought out a bass in the 80s. And it was acrylic, but clear acrylic, and it's a really nice bass. I think they got the idea. This thing is heavy. It's heavy. So now he gave me it saying that the electrics weren't working. And it needed a proper setup. It was just all over the place. So the bridge was actually bent. I sent pictures to Mad Malco about the bridge. Whoever tried to set it up, rather than shimming the neck to get this lower, they'd actually bent the bridge to push. It didn't work, but to try and push the saddles in, it didn't work. So I ended up, I've got a new bridge coming for this. This is all dented and stuff. I don't know if you can see that, where I've been hammering it, trying to get it flat. I've got a new bridge coming for this, it cost me buttons. So that was the first issue that I solved. So I've got the action relatively low. I could probably get it lower, but shimming the neck again, which I might do eventually. Once I get the new bridge, I'm going to take it off this bridge to swap over the bridge. I'll re-shim the neck and get a wee bit more, because the action's not as low as what I like it. I've got my wee gauge here. Now I use this sort of gauge. I'll try and get into the camera. So it actually tells you on it. So bass guitar, so your 6th string is 2 mil or 2.5, and your 1st string is 1.5 to 2 mil. So I roughly keep it at, and that's at the 12th fret, I roughly keep it in that ballpark for just a general setup. Air bass, if I'm doing set it up for slap, it's slightly different. That's the kind of ballpark. As I've said before, setups are totally personal. If I was to buy a guitar for a shop, I would expect the guitar to come like that. So, so when it says 6th string, but what they're meaning is obviously the 4th string. So at the bass side, it would be 2.2 mil by 2.5 at the bass string. At the treble side, it would be 1.5 to 2 mil. That's a kind of general ballpark. I set all basses at that, at 12 fret. I've obviously got the curvature of the fretboard and stuff like that, varies. So this is still quite high, but purposely, because I'll have to change the bridge anyway, I've left it. I will sort that out when I get the new bridge, but just to get the thing going. The other issue that I had was it was buzzing when you plugged it in. Now this has got one of these. The lower guitar I've got with one of these in it is the Squire Affinity PJ bass. It's got this in it. The rest of it, I've not got any other one in this. Basically this is, it's like a shaft and it's threaded, and normally it would either have 2 prongs or 3 prongs coming out. So whoever fitted this, the 2 prongs in the centre, one's longer than the other. The longer one of the 2 is actually to fit a battery. If you read up on it, it's a battery. So if it's to earth the battery or make the battery alive. I think it's to earth, it's a switch. So when you plug in your jack and you've got anything running with a battery circuit, it basically makes the circuit to turn the battery on. That's why if you ever get an Ibanez or a Yamaha that's got an active system, or even the Court that I've got here. In fact, it's got one of these. I've got that. If you leave it plugged in, it will just drain the battery, because that's basically what it's doing. The shorter one of the 2 is the hot, and to earth it, you need to actually earth it to the shroud of the whole jack. So whoever fitted this, there should have been a wee prong that holds the cables. They'd snap that off, and that would be your earth. So they'd wired it so the hot was where the hot should be, and then obviously the ground was where the battery would be. So all I did was just disconnect it, put it all back together, and I just soldered it straight to the threaded shroud, and that worked. So it works. There's no major buzzing. It still buzzes a wee bit, but no major buzzing. So this is just set up like a P bass, no, a jazz bass, sorry. So you've got a volume for your bridge pickup, still early in the morning. So you've got a volume for your neck pickup, and a volume for your bridge pickup, and a master tone. Other issues with this, which I'll get in a minute. So it still plays. It plays fine. fine. It's actually quite a nice tone off it. So it plays okay. Everything's fine. It's not a guitar I'm going to be playing all the time. I've seen these going for like 50 quid to 100 quid. They're actually not worth a lot of money. People think they do because they're made out of what they're made out of. They're not made out of a lot of money. They're not worth a lot. But the other issue that it's got, I don't know if you can see it, I'll try and bring it up to the camera, is either the neck, I can't get you to see it, either the neck is twisted or the headstock's twisted. But I've got it plain, so if it was the neck, I've got it plain, so it's plain fine, even with a twisted neck. I actually think it might just be the headstock that's twisted, to be fair, because I've got the strings all going the right height, or as close to the height as I can get it without having to shim it again. There's no buzzing, there's no fretting, it is playable. But as I say, I can't work out if it's the headstock that's twisted or the whole neck. As I say, it's not a bass I'm going to be playing all the time. It's just going to be probably a wall hanger, to be honest with you. I don't see anybody actively going out to look for one of these. They're just not worth the money. One, they're too heavy and they're extremely wide. I mean, compared to the other two 5-strings I've got, the neck on it is really, really wide. But apart from that, so this is the one I kinda got free. I've got it working. I'm not going to mess about with it too much. Going to change the bridge, get the action set the way I like it, and probably hang it up the wall. I don't see me ever. Yes, I think this was going about the local Facebook marketplace in Gumtree for like 50, between 50 and 60 quid. For years, I seen this same bass going about for, because nobody could work it out, fix the jack. I think Malco said he was going to buy it, but he missed out on it by probably a couple of hours or something. He'd have fixed it, no problem. If you know kind of anything about electrics, you'd be able to fix it, no problem. But yeah, this is going to be a wall hanger. I'm thinking about putting some LED lights in it. I'm not going to show you all the tones and stuff because it's not hard to explain. It's a guitar you can play and it sounds okay, but it's not a guitar you're gonna play. It's too heavy. I mean, I'm struggling to hold it up just now. It's just, so yeah, I'll check back in with this once I've got everything done. Action or set up. As I said, it is playable as it is right now. If anybody came in wanting a wee go over 5-string bass and I didn't have the other two that I've got, this is playable, sounds, you can get some good sounds out of it. But apart from that, it's not going to be playable. It's far too heavy. Why would you want to stand and play this when you can get, I mean, compared to the white guitar, compared to this, I mean, it's night and day. I mean, this is a lot heavier than this. I would say these were made as a novelty. There was no way that's what it is, a novelty. And you probably find when they first came out, loads of people ran to the shop to buy it and then realised how shit they are. I mean, you could change the neck on it, probably. Because the bodies, as long as you found a neck that was the same, the same pocket size as that, it'd be fine. Change the electrics in it, but I'm not going to bother. I'm going to get it plain, so it's playable, action's nice. The twisted neck doesn't really bother me, because I can get it to play with the twisted neck, so it's not as if the twisted necks, if it is the neck that's twisted, I think it maybe actually it's just the headstock. I can still get it to play, and there's no buzzing, no nothing. You don't notice the twisted neck if it is that. Change the bridge and that is it. It's going to sit either in that rack until somebody offers me a decent. I'm not going to actively put it up on Facebook for sale because it's not worth a lot of money. Or somebody is looking for one and it's the right money. So that's that base. That's the one I got sort of for free. As I say, I've got this 5-string as well, and then I've got my gin reed that I sort of considered selling, but I'm not going to bother with the gin reed. So that's the video for this week. Next week's video is going to be an interesting one. I picked up a guitar that I would never normally pick up. I'm going to show you, because it's still got work to get done yet. Got it for a really good price. But I've had to done the setup on it, so the strings are all a nice height and stuff. Just got the electrics to sort out. Whoever's wired it up has made an absolute mess of it, so I'll do that probably the next couple of days, and then I'll do a video on that next week. Then after that, it's whatever comes up and turns up and stuff. So hope you have a nice week. As I says, the acrylic base is no. I kind of got it for free. I don't think you could work. You could classes. I got it for free, so it was 2 guitars for 2 guitars. But I don't know. Wee Jackson's working it brilliant. Getting into hotels and stuff, just sitting plugged into headphones and playing away. That's working out good. So yeah. So hope you have a nice week, and I'll catch you next week. Carry on.